17. Bret Hart and Stephanie Washington. As far as wrestling is concerned, Bret Hart may very well be the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. But his love life has been a tad tumultuous. Bret is currently on his third marriage, and he has been married to Stephanie Washington for a decade, and based on their 26-year age difference, he was not even born when he started wrestling. 16. Kurt Angle and Giovanna Iannotti. Kurt Angle had a long and successful career, and now that he has officially retired, he will be able to spend a lot more time at home with his beautiful wife. Kurt and Giovanna married in the summer of 2012, and despite having an 18-year age difference, they now have 3 daughters and a teenage son who they recently adopted. 15. Finn Balor and Veronica Rodriguez. To some, being sent back to NXT would be considered a demotion, but in Finn Balor's case, it is the best choice, because he was not used well on the main roster. Balor returned to NXT after a brief hiatus, and during that time off, he tied the knot with Fox Sports host Veronica Rodriguez, who is 7 years his junior. 14. The Rock and Lauren Hassan. He may not actually wrestle anymore, but The Rock still gets himself involved with the WWE from time to time, like his most recent appearance on SmackDown's premiere on Fox. Last year, The Rock finally married his longtime girlfriend Lauren Hassan, with whom he shares 2 daughters, but he also happens to be 13 years older than her. 13. Peyton Royce and Shawn Spears. Shawn Spears may be with AEW now because the WWE failed to use him properly on the main roster, but he does owe the company for introducing him to Peyton Royce. He and Royce met while they were both in NXT, and after living together in Florida for a couple of years, they finally got married in August, and believe it or not, they have an 11-year age difference. 12. Paige and Ronnie Radke. Paige may have been forced into retirement because of a neck issue, but she is still very much involved with the WWE and wrestling, and it seems as though she is finally in a stable relationship. She is currently dating Ronnie Radke, the lead singer for Falling in Reverse and the co-founder of Escape the Fate, and they have an age gap of 9 years. 11. The Undertaker and Michelle McCool. The Undertaker is without a doubt one of the greatest characters ever seen in wrestling, but when you think of the dead man, you do not picture someone who is married to Michelle McCool. The couple have been married since 2010, and they share a daughter together. But they also happen to have a 15-year age difference. 10. Brock Lesnar and Sable. Despite barely appearing on TV, Brock Lesnar is one of the WWE's top names, and the reason why he Eli shows himself is because he prefers to stay home as much as possible. Lesnar married former diva Sable in 2006, and the couple currently reside in Saskatchewan with their sons, and in a nice deviation from the rest of this list, she is a full decade older than him. 9. Matt Hardy and Ruby Sky. Matt Hardy is half of one of the best tag teams in WWE history, and he has been involved with several female wrestlers over the years, which is how he met his current wife Ruby. The couple met in the Indies, and even then they had a 12-year age difference, but that has not stopped them from being married for 7 years, or from having 3 sons. 8. Raymond, Lowe and Sarah Logan. From what we have seen on TV, the WWE believes that Sarah Logan is something like a jobber, but the same thing cannot be said about her husband. Raymond Lowe is part of the Viking Raiders, and when the couple got married in 2018, they did so with a Viking-themed ceremony, and they happen to have a 9-year age difference. 7. Mickie James and Nick Aldis. With 6 championships under her belt, Mickie James will definitely find herself in the WWE Hall of Fame when she retires. While she was with TNA, Mickie started a relationship with Nick Aldis, and the pair married in 2015, a year after their son was born, and believe it or not, she is actually 7 years older than him. 6. Bray Wyatt and JoJo. Bray Wyatt married his high school sweetheart in 2012. And they have 2 children together, but that did not stop him from getting involved with WWE ring announcer, JoJo. The pair started seeing each other in 2017, and despite having a 6-year age difference, they now live together and have a newborn son. 5. Sasha Banks and Sarath. Sasha Banks has not won a title in over a year, but even if she is not in the title picture, at least she gets to enjoy working with her husband backstage. The boss has been married to former wrestler and current WWE costume designer, Sarath since 2016, and they met in the Indies, which means that Sasha was pretty young then, as she is 8 years younger than him. 4. Jerry Lawler and Lauren McBride. Jerry, the King, Lawler recently celebrated his 70th birthday, but age has not slowed him down. As the Hall of Fame can be seen on Raw every Monday. Lawler has been married 3 times, and he is currently engaged to Lauren McBride, who is currently 31, which means that the couple have an incredible 39-year age gap. 3. Ric Flair and Wendy Barlow. Ric Flair is a legend, and when everything is said and done, he will be a 3-time Hall of Famer who literally acted like the character he portrayed on TV. Flair has now been married 5 times, and he tied the knot with his current wife, Wendy Barlow, at a Florida resort in 2018, and she must really love him as they have an age gap of 19 years. 2. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. When it comes to the WWE, there is only one true power couple, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, and when Vince finally decides to retire, they will be the ones who take over. Other WWE employees were not pleased about their relationship, including Vince, but they have gone on to have a 17-year-long marriage with 3 daughters, all while being 7 years apart. 1. Hulk Hogan and Jennifer McDaniel. There may still be a dark cloud hanging over Hulk Hogan's head, but he is still one of the most influential wrestlers in history. After dealing with a rather nasty divorce, Hogan got involved with Jennifer McDaniel. And the couple have been married since late 2010, and in May, she celebrated her 45th birthday, but that still gives them a 19-year age difference.